Hi guys, it's RavensD45 and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. Today, I'm finally going to decide to do the relic weapons for the Manderville weapons because, sure, why not? Because I'm just very curious on what kind of weapon design will look like. Granted, I already seen what the Paladin, the Dark Knight, and the Red Mage weapon looks like, but I haven't seen the Samurai one yet, so this is going to be very new to me, and as per always, these weapons will get upgraded as the game progresses in for the expansion, so until the end of the expansion. So this weapon starts to go a little bit weak, and then eventually near the end of the expansion it gets super powered, which is the standard thing for most relic weapons in every expansion. So, let's talk to the House Manderville manservant. Upon completing this quest, make it a Manderville, you will receive a Manderville weapon for the samurai. Please ensure you have changed your desired job for speaking with the House of Manderville's manservant. Okay, yes. Make it Manderville. Mr. Pendragon, how is it wonderful to finally speak with you. Your cooperation in Lord Manderville's weaponsmithing endeavor is highly appreciated. Regarding said endeavor, we have borrowed a corner of the High Crucible in which are base of our crafting station. If you would be so kind as to follow me. Alright, so where is it exactly? Oh, okay, it's right there. So I need to go to the Hall of Radiance. Hall of Radiance. Oh no, wait. No, that's not the right one, it's over here. Make it Manderville. I went to the wrong place. High Radiance. There we go. Alright, here we are. Our humble base of operations. You'll be no doubt to coming back and forth many times in the days ahead, so I strongly suggest you have a tune to the city aetheryte net. If you're not, done so already. Otherwise, I trust you are all set to proceed. A moment while I inform Lord Manderville of your arrival. Alright, like 2 hours later. Well, I get a notification on my link shell. Oh ho! Welcome, Taurus! Welcome! With your steward assistant added into the mix, I have every confidence that this adventure is forging will be a complete success. And so, let us begin with a detailed exposition on the history of the Manderville weaponry. First of all, when I say Manderville weaponry, what I refer is the series of masterpieces crafted by the legendary archer Godbert Manderville, the first Lord of House Manderville. Made with a crystal medium, these purposely peerless armaments are perhaps our most prized treasures, or at least they were, until someone misplaced them. I wonder who. Terrible housekeeping that. Fortunately, the time Lord Manderville in which Godbert penned his secrets are about intact and still within our possession. Thus, with the previous family heirloom in hand, and a steady supply of purest of ore, I intend to recreate what is lost. The work, however, cannot be seen without a few key ingredients. I should like to call upon your procuring said materials as well, as provide a seasonal adventurer perspective on the fruits of our labors. Okay, the pleasure is mine. I'll gather your said materials. Excellent! I knew I could count on you, as a Godsmith, crafting weaponry is akin to venturing into the unknown territory. And I would place my trust only in the most proficient of guides. Speaking of which, may I introduce one of the very best in the business? Come over, my friend. Godbert. Gerolt, we're gonna be seeing him again. Bloody hell! I had a feeling you were an adventurer and his lordship mentioned was helping out. Like a fly on a sheet when trying to catch up a sniffy of shiny new weapons. ain't he? You don't seem too eager to be here, Gerolt. Let me guess. Did Rowena left you because you did something? And why should I be? Look at this guild-out dandy. I am forced to forge a hammer. For ye, I'd rather drag my stores across a hot cove than forge another rich old bastard trinkets. Is that the way of it then? I contract Renault's help to employ the talent of yours' finest smiths. But as you can clearly have no interest in providing me with your service, I shall hire another artisan who can put his talk to stone and coal behind us. Wait. You got it all wrong, your lordship. There was just a bit of smithy humor to lighten the mood. I would be honored to work on the Manderville weapons? So here's the thing. I already spent a coin on this job to bring me here on some right fancy bottle of Bavarian liquor. I can't afford not to do with it. So that means you're back to business. Yes, marvelous. Ha ha ha. Aye, it's bloody splendid, yes. The crew is all presented and accounted for, so let's get to smithing. Alright, let's get to smithing indeed. There's not to be like more. Presently, however, there are 3 conundrums which stand between us and making a Manderville armament into reality. First of these is the devising of a method of working in the medium, from which I've been able to describe her from the manual. The process is quite demanding. You just leave it to old Gerolt. I have met a metal that can bend into a shape. Oh, then I shall command to chore your arsenal ingenuity. The second is crafting a ornamentation which will amplify the weapon's aetheryte intensity. If such a sturdy blade you need, then I'm your man. But first bits of a decoration are not in me smithing wheelhouse. Then it's fortunate that fiddling with bits is mostly assured in mine, though it shall be no doubt be a challenge, granting a suitable exquisite armaments in its task, well suited to me and my goldsmithing hammer. As for the third and final problem with our resolution, we acquire a vial of a Manderium. What the hell are these names? Jesus! If one has access to a industrial-sized alchemeric furnace, it should be possible to extract this superlative material oil from the manderium-rich meteorites. Assuming I understand what I'm hearing of the process of this XIV what's the oil is the key of maximizing ethereal conductivity. And thanks to the good graces of the High Crucible, we have the extraction apparatus we require right here. All that remains is to collect 3 or so goody chunks of the manderium meteorite. That'll be your charge, Artorias. Alright. Right then, I said about preparing materials for my share of the workload. And I will stroke the flames. Sounds like we need them nice and hot. Alright, so I need to collect some materials. So I wonder how you're gonna be collecting these things. You know, buy them with peyotics from Rowena, or I need to fight some monsters or something. Oh, Rowena asked me to tell you somewhat. Seems like Earl lackeys have been so bloody convenient to set up a shop over the aetheryte, and just might have a meteorite chunk we need. Oh, right, so we need to use periodics to buy these things. Last but the need of Jubrunnah, I think it was. Could have saved me such searching, but she has the shitty in giving out the rocks for free. So I'm guessing it's similar to the last weapon grind where the first one's free and the next one you need to buy with periodics. Gotcha. Manderville weapons, the saga of the hammers and the heroes has started. Alright, so we need to talk to this person. And it still happens back in the main plaza. Oh wait, this is a special fate in Tavernier? Oh, one sec, I'm gonna be doing this real quick. Okay, I'm back. I went to do the fate, but unfortunately by the time I got there it was already finished, so... damn. I don't know how often the fate actually reappears, because I've been waiting for that thing to appear for a long time in my Hunt Link shell, but apparently it was already dead by the time I got there. Oh well, maybe another time. Alright, let's talk to this Jubrunnah. Ah, you must be the famous tourist. Mr. Rowena would be said to expect you, and to assist in any procurements or requests. Manderium meteorite. Why yes, we happen to have cornered the market on this particular asset. Of course she would. Anything that revolves with a relic weapon, she has to corner the market for that. Only so many of them fall from the sky, you see, and the collectors offer a top deal for such rarities. In our cases, however, I've been instructed to request payment in the alternative currency. Say it with me now. Elegant tombstones. The going rate is 500 elegant tombstones at astronomy for one chunk of manderium meteorite. And I'll be here when we ready to make the trade. Oh, I was thinking peyotics, but at least it's different currency. And how many do I have now? I have 1,000, so I can probably buy like 3 of these. Oh no, I need 3 exactly. Well, shit, that's almost all my currency, so I don't know if I can get another weapon. But no, wait, how many weapon jobs I have? Like 15 or something, so 500. Ooh, but that's gonna take a while to get a lot of weapons. Especially, oh, if I do my roulettes every day, eventually I'll get enough to buy those things, so hopefully. Let's go back to the High Crucible, so I can start forging my first Manderville weapon. Well, don't just stand there with your thumb up your ass. Let's see the goods. Alright, alright. Here's your Manderville ore. Aye, with these proper skyrocks are no mistake. Godbert's not back yet, but I reckon I can get a head start on extracting that special oil of his. One oil extracted. Bugger! This might be a cooking grease for all the conductors we got. I must have botched one of these steps, but which one? Pretty sure I followed them instructions to the damn letter. There's no fault in your process, Master Gerolt. Welcome back, Mr. Manderville. Oh? Then how do you explain this bottle a wisp piss sitting on me, Anvil? It has to undergo this final treatment, an advance of oil processing technique passed down to the generations of the Manderville lubricant enthusiasts? Yeah, enthusiasts. I think it more than some enthusiastic oil pressing to bring this liquid up to stuff. Oh, ye little feet, observe. Okay, Manderville, what are you gonna do? Don't tell me he's gonna piss on it or something. Here we go again. In God's mad! What in the hell are you shipping down to your small cloths fairs? I should have known you were some degraded flop. Practice, Master Gerolt. This is merely the prelude. Need to do some stretches first. Behold the mighty squats of the Manderville man! They was gonna shit on it or something. This should be enough to get the juices flowing. Now, to demonstrate the unfoundly mentioned technique. Wait, he's gonna use the sweat to fill up the flask? God damn it. A single drop of a potent empowered Manderville perspiration. God damn it. Get out of here. Oh, this is the generation just for sweat. The gods! Ye gods! It's full of stars! But don't change anything! You certainly do a stressing bugger prancing about sweating on things! You say that now. And it just grew a couple inches higher. Maybe so, but closer look, Master Gerolt. Thus, the extraordinary Manderville main ready. What do you mean ready? All these is just add little droppings. Bugger me! It's impossible! Don't pose you're gonna explain this, are ye? One does not simply reveal the tricks of one's trade, especially long-guarded ferment traditions. As a fellow professional, I am sure you understand. Well, makes no difference to me. Would be caught dead doing them creepy poses or anything. Prancing batter aside, I do believe this put us into possession of all the necessary components. Thus your time to shine, Master Gerolt. Oh, I shine right. You're cutting above the average craftsman, I grant you that. But, you still have a few rungs to climb. Best shield the eyes, ladies and gents, because my work is positively blinding. Is it because you're bald or anything? Shots fired. Ooh. Success, just as I predicted. That's right, there is a collective masterpiece. The Manderville Samurai Blade. Heyo! That I would have lived to my ancestors' wondrous forge work recreated. You made me the happiest Manderville man, Notorious. No thanks are needed, man. Let's not break out the bloody boons just yet, your lordship. We got a ways to go before we can call our work finished. Master Gerolt is quite right. I didn't like to properly explain this, but the first stage of the much grander creation, the bare bones of the weaponries, if you will. Now begins the endless shores of refinement, which means I'll be stuck here for God knows how long. I am loath to monopolize your time, my good blacksmith, but the manual is written in the most confiding ciphers. I'm not even too certain it will be finished decoding the next step of the process. So I'm sit Ali then? At least there's a few bottles of quality liquor to keep me company. I regret yet unavoidable delay. Let us reconvene when the manual has given up its secrets, shall we? We shall. Meanwhile, I will leave the weaponry into your battle-hardened hands. When next we meet, your reports of its performance will be indecipherable in guiding our improvements. Ah, and should you wish to experiment on with different varieties of the Manderville weapons, of course you'll have his manservant to do it on you. Then this highly trained house manservant artisan will be at your service. I've imparted him the necessary techniques for facilitating this initial stage of the crafting. He requires only a contribution of manderium meteorite to forge a weapon of your choosing. At your pleasure, madame. Another naked bastard! What do you Manderville folks have against browsers or anything? Ho ho ho! You know what? I don't even want to know, just leave the smithing to me and we'll do the job. I'll do it right. Very well then I shall return anew. I am most eager to see the next stage of your masterpiece take shape. Yay! So it's a big improvement. Let's see comparison with this one from my Moore's Master I got from the shop. Yeah, look at that big upgrade, Jesus. Plus it's dyeable too, so I'm gonna be dyeing this weapon as soon as I get this out of the way. A review request is now available from the House of Manderville Artisan at the High Crucible of Alchemia. This quest may be accepted to create Manderville weapons of other jobs. Please ensure you change your desired job, okay. Yay! Now I can start making other weapons. So let's check out this Manderville weapon for my samurai. Hammering it up, Manderville Saga! Okay, let's equip that. How much of a difference in... yeah, it's a good difference in my item level, that's for sure. Alright, let's check out... die, yes. Oh, look at that. I like the sheet too. Very sleek. The blade... I can't change the color of the blade, but it's fine. The hilt, I can change the color too, but not like the initial blade itself. I'm just curious on how this will turn out later in the development of the blade weapon itself. Well, that is it for the Manderville weapons for now, until I can get more of the other weapons in the category, because I have a lot of jobs I play as. Well, I alternate for majority of them, but the only thing I don't use often is the White Mage, because, you know, White Mage is too laid back and easy. I'd rather play a healer that's more, what do you call this? Busybody, compared to just, you know, pressing one button and that's it. Anywho, this is it for now until they release more of the story, and hope you guys stay tuned for more Manderville weapons, more craziness of those cutscenes where he uses sweat to mix with the other oil. Jesus. So anyway, this has been Ravesy45. Take care. Stay safe. And have a pleasant Final Fantasy XIV day.